That was a nice little nudge there.
Yeah, I remember Vince. I mean, when we were pitching the scene, remember him talking about them sitting on the edge of the bed and him resting her head on his shoulders, and works great.
Yeah.
It's just not working out.
I love Brian in this scene.
I do too.
I always love
He's
this.
so nervous.
This scene when he pitches Jesse Pinkman as our only solution, and there's this beat. There's silence on the end of the phone. Hello. He's so funny.
Is Jesse Pinkman.
His eye shift there and.
Hello.
But again, any moments of humor just sort of help this episode.
No, look, there's
no kidding.
shorthand that exists.
He was funny all season, Brian. I thought. I mean, for most of the beginning of the season, at least. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, well, all you guys have such great comic timing, along with your dramatic chops. That it's great to be able to do the funny stuff in this show.
It's very hard not to laugh off camera sometimes.
Yeah.
I was told the lab is mine. I know best how to run it.
You just slightly moved in there, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a different cut. That's just yeah.
Thank you.
We got great camera work on this show, man.
Yes.
Oh yeah, these guys are amazing.
Okay.
I think the other side of the conversation was originally written into the script, but then we
took it out.
Took it out because I think Giancarlo was not in the country. So that made our choice very easy.
That young man that we saw in the wheelchair in that shot, he actually auditioned originally for
Walter Jr.
Walter Jr. part. Really nice guy. Very nice guy.
Why don't you just go get yourself a monkey?
I don't want a monkey.
Is that Carmen's? No. Is that Carmen's son?
No.
Gee,
Yeah, okay.
not
I thought it might have been, yeah. Anyway.
I got my own thing.
What are you two talking about?
Hey.
We got some acting going on here. This is what? Can you do this, Dean? One-eyed acting. This is,
yeah, that's tough, man. You gotta send a lot through one eye.
And he sends a lot.
He sends a lot.
He really pours it out.
This is another great scene.
This was a scene inspired a little bit by. I don't know how we got into talking about the film Rocky in the room, but there's a scene where Sylvester Stallone gets his chance at the title fight, and Burgess Meredith comes over after being nasty, just being a real shit to him, and he comes in and starts trying to sweet talk Rocky, and Rocky goes off on him.
Yeah,
and Burgess Meredith sort of leaves with his hat in his hand, and he's like, "All right, this guy is never going to forgive me." And then Rocky runs out after him and shakes his hand, and that's sort of what we used as a model.
It's funny because I actually thought that when I saw this scene, I recalled that scene. I'm a big Rocky fan, and I thought that same thing.
Yeah, so that was sort of the groundwork we built upon for some of the scene.
Yeah,
$1 million.
I am not turning down the money. I am.
Dean, when you were mentioning that you kind of did some method acting in the elevator.
Yeah.
Aaron, who also is not a method actor.
Yeah.
I mean, most of you guys are joking around behind camera,
Right.
and then when it's time to go, you completely bring it. Just turn on a dime. But he really stayed in the moment
on this one,
for this one, and he was just holding on, and waiting to release this
nice.
tirade.
Yeah.
And when he first did it, he kind of blew us all away.
Yeah, it was great.
I have never been more alone.
Yeah, poor Jesse.
I have nothing.
Yeah.
No one. All right, it's all gone. Get it.
And Brian, anytime you get to do a scene with Brian and have him react to what you say.
Oh, yeah.
it's
No,
just-
his
watching him listen is just great.
His face is incredible. He has the subtlest facial movements, and it says so much.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
And I love when he walks out of the room and says,
Look at it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Your method's as good as mine, Jesse. And that
As if that's
sort
this
of-
big compliment.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a big fatherly compliment.
But honestly,
yeah.
I mean, for Walt, that was a hard thing to admit, because he was always like, "This is a clearly inferior product." I mean, I'm embarrassed for you. I'm actually embarrassed for you.
Yeah.
And then he gets up and he's like, I'm not the only one.
Was garbage. And screw you, man. Screw you.
Your meth is good, Jesse. As good as mine.
So, and I think that's what we want all our kids to aspire to. To make the best meth possible. Get to work, guys. Well, Aaron just really was
Yeah, it was
fantastic.
tremendous in that,
Just
man.
amazing to watch.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why this episode is so. I mean, every scene in it, you know what I'm saying, is just like top of the game scenes. You know,
every scene is so
Walt
richly
with his
written.
Walt with his tape still on his car windshield.
yeah, right.
It was I love that touch.
Second or third windshield at this point? I can't remember. I've lost track.
This might only be the second time, but
I think it's the second.
we certainly do some damage to the windshield this year.
Is that the actual outside of the place? Is that where
It is.
Okay.
We digitally removed the address.
Right, nice.
And I actually rented a condo in this place in Albuquerque as well, in the complex, and it was awesome.
Wow. Make sure I stay away from there, man.
I don't recall being invited, Dean.
I think Brian's there too. 'Cause Brian's there too. Oh, I've been invited, young lady.
So this was, writing this, you're worried that do you after that tirade, do you believe that Jesse is going to get on board with this? And hopefully that's, again, with that Rocky idea in mind, that you buy it. And, and originally in the script, I don't know what I was thinking, that he looks at this pain chart, and the image I had written that we end on was the happy face, and we cut it that way. And it was like, that doesn't work at all. So we end on the little sad face here. Sort of. Is that what Jesse's mood really? Did he just make a major mistake in signing up with Heisenberg?
Yeah, right. That's true.
And here's our OPR official,
these guys.
which is
and we block shot all these scenes, by the way.
We
which
did.
is a pain in my ass,
I
Michelle.
know, and I got to say, kudos to you, Dean. This, just for if anybody wanted to know what that is, that's when you don't have a lot of time and you've got to do a lot of scenes in the same set in the same direction. And so the scenes that we shot in here, we shot, it was 2 scenes. We shot everything looking in one direction, back to back, and then we turned around and shot the reverse of both scenes. And so Dean had to jump from one scene to the next, back and forth, I guess, what would that be, 4 times?
Yeah.
And
At least.
You did at least, you're right, because we have three angles that we cover here. And Dean, you did an amazing job. Everybody did.
Everybody did,
but you especially, because you had a lot of emotion here.
Thanks.
And it was great.
And there's that recreation of that same shot again where he bent over in the first one.
Exactly.
Ask you to hand over your badge and your gun.
this was a long day.
This was a long
It was.
day.
Because these weren't the only 2 things we were shooting that day, obviously, but I also liked bookending, so to speak, with the same setups, like you said, that long shot.
Yeah.
And, because you've gone through so much in between. And we all know it's coming.
Hank is a guardian angel.
Guardian Angel. I love that element
And his
of it.
name is Walter White.
Walter White. But there are those elements in Breaking Bad. I love those elements of that, the guardian angel kind of concept, you know.
Who the hell?
And and it worked out just the lighting wise too. When you get on the elevator, there's this sort of light
Kind of a glow.
right above your head there, and you're like, yeah, I do have a guardian angel.
I do.
It's all going to work out just fine.
We didn't put a ping in there.
Everything's fine. Oh, goodness.
Then you had to go buy flowers for Marie, and it all went to shit.
But I got to tell you, when my wife read that, she was like, that's the best part of the whole script, that you actually have flowers going to your wife before you get killed. You know what I'm saying? No, it's such a nice touch, it really was. Little things like that are just so...
Purple, I'm guessing.
Purple, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you all about it when I get home.
So, Michelle, do you want to describe how you and your army undertook this scene?
Oh, God.
This 2 days were dedicated to shooting this entire scene.
Boy, our AD department led by Polly Matheson, holy smokes, and our camera department led by Michael Slovis. Polly Matheson. Thanks, Wiz. Polly Matheson. I had it shot listed out. We had a plan. It was a good plan, and we were like an army. I felt like actually we were running a race, and as we were at the starting line, as call came in, we all ran and got it done. I've never felt so heartfelt towards a crew before. I mean, I was blown away by what these guys achieved.
And everything was pushed today too, because I remember there was this freak snowstorm.
Right.
Yep.
And so they went and shot one day of 308 and pushed this to the past the weekend.
Well, and we lost our location at the last minute, the parking lot location, and Mark Freeborn, our wonderful production designer, found one at the last minute.
The music in this was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
So, Dave, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about it. Like we often do on this show, we used music here to build the tension mostly before the action actually happens. So a lot of tension building here, and a lot of course, attention paid to the clock flipping over.
To 8. That was a great moment, man. When it flipped to 8.
Yeah. And a lot of great sound work here, too, of course, with all of the misdirection going on.
Well, and we wanted to, try and fool the audience.
And the gun going. I love that shot.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
But this is just Michelle going. Remember, she's just going, Dean, look down, look scared, look over there, look left. No, really, look real scared, motherfucker. That's all that was. I mean, that's not like really scripted out. That was kind of us creating that, And we created a rhythm in this. That's the other thing with the sound. Did you see it and then write it to it? Because now it's like, here it comes. Did I miss the 8 already?
Yeah.
Boom, like there. Oh, fuck.
And then it goes away because you're wondering whether it's for real.
Yeah.
And then
you go,
here we get to bring back the palette that we've
cousins.
used for the cousins throughout to
and now
tip
you're
you
like,
off.
are they really? Are they not real? Boom,
Right.
boom, boom. And then,
Could that be them?
Could that be them?
No.
And he doesn't know what they look
What
like.
am I looking
and what am I looking for?
for?
He's got a panic attack anyway. He
And
can't
then
do anything.
The little fake out
Boom,
here.
yeah.
There's a lot of bald guys
There's
in
a
this
lot of
parking
bald
lot.
guys.
Yeah.
Exactly. But here again, all these cuts are just look up, oh, fuck! And then Michelle loves this shot, right? Where we did, that's just a video camera in the back of the car, right? Or whatever it was, or just a...
Now, how did this feel,
Right, that
guys?
one.
How was it
that
being
shot.
inside
This
that rig?
shot, that really tight shot of Dean, we had lost the light. That's a poor man's process. Car's not moving. Michael blasted light in there, and Dean pretended he was driving the car back, and you'd never know.
Boom, boom.
I can't believe I missed. Like, serious?
You didn't miss.
How did it feel to be squished?
Ow. That hurt.
How hard was that stunt? Was it okay?
More,
And then the alarm
I
going
enjoyed
off.
doing it. Matter of fact, it felt like a roller coaster. I was just like, okay.
This is
I
great.
said to Daniel when the car hit him, he's got to move his body, he's got to fling it forward. And when we actually shot it, I thought it was so violent. I thought, oh my God, we've snapped his back, and it was all him doing it. We did an amazing
Love
job.
this shot coming up with the low angle from the gun. Is that coming up? Yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's
Love
great.
that shot. Love that shot.
That is nice.
Is that shot in
Andy-
slow-mo, or did you slow it down later?
We shot it in slow mo,
Okay.
and that's Andy Vogley on the Steadicam.
That was all me walking slow.
That was you.
That was no camera. That was just
There's
me.
Matt props.
Matt props gone.
Yeah.
Boom. And this thing. I mean, this thing all worked. To do this. Boom.
This lady screamed so loud, I yelled cut, and she didn't hear me, and she kept running and screaming and running, and I'm yelling, "Ah,
And that bullet again.
That bullet
Oh,
again.
bullet.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
It was the trucker's fault.
Boom. Bam, bam, bam. Now we didn't reveal. Do you think people obviously understood he had the bulletproof vest?
Yeah.
But there was a
Yeah.
point where we were going to
That's like
reveal that.
comments.
We did. We shot it, and we cut it out.
And originally, you shot him in the back, which spun him around, but
Right.
Shoot.
Now
go.
this is later. My reaction is all 2 months later,
we did some pickups here.
and then the whole scene shifts again right here, man. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Boom, right there.
It's amazing because we
And the
we,
music goes with it. Ah.
Yeah, the music makes it
And
terrifying.
that's a
here.
great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great
Well,
shot, Michelle, figuring that out. And then the next
Thank
one, when
you.
you see it, to the bullet to the face,
There's some.
And you
What
go-
is this?
We
in-
had
what-
8.5 hours of light on these days, and so we had to pick up some shots of Dean on
These
as
are
you
all
said, 2
that's
months
after.
later.
Yeah, that's after.
And it's just
I love this noise that's in the music.
the
This-
noise,
this
and,
sort
and I
of-
love the dragging of the axe, which was in the script actually.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe.
that's-
and I'm
that's
glad
Tom.
we kept it in there.
You probably noticed we used the
Right there.
car
Oh.
alarm as the tempo for all
Oh,
the
that was
music in this whole
phenomenal.
thing. And of course, the car alarm sets the tone for this whole scene. Through
It
the
really did. It was so jarring, man. When
So the lesson here is, guys, if you're going to kill somebody with an axe, speed it up because you just don't know what's going to happen.
That's
because
right.
then you give him too much time to load
Just
it.
shoot him the first time. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Here we go, BB, baby, right to the lens.
That was a shot I think they wanted to do back in the Tuco era, and they didn't.
And they
didn't
didn't
do it, so we got to put it in this one.
And here's the alarm keeps going just like the T.O. Bell kept going
Exactly.
in the grilled.
Exactly.
Wait a minute, this is over? What happened?
What
We're done
happened?
already?
We're done?
How do you feel, Luis?
Wow.
It is sad. There's always flashbacks, though, right?
Just wait. When we cut right now, I'm just gonna jump on that guy over there. I'm talking about Dean.
You may.
Don't look at me. I didn't write it.
Jump him.
I didn't write it. Jump on this guy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Tom. It's all right.
I just do what I'm told.
Oh, that's it.
I'm not that mad because I
You'll
still
see.
walk.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.